Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the men who stare at Sportsball. I am your one and only gaming monk, better known as Mildra, and with me, the man who has had to suffer through the worst Canucks uniforms in history. Good brother Matty.
Hello.
I'm not letting anyone forget about the brown Canucks uniforms ever.
No one should.
And the man who has to occasionally suffer through the embarrassment of Grand Theft Georgia every year. Good brother Coops.
The only good bird is a not dead bird, and unfortunately, both of our birds are dead right now.
I think one of the greatest typos in the world was when I was watching a college football game that had written Georgia's team as Bulldogs.
Yeah, I remember that, and I admit that was pretty funny.
But obviously, as tempting as it would be to do this kind of prediction thing for college football, there's way too many teams.
I'm not that familiar with college football.
Mm-hmm. I will simply say, when it comes to college football, embrace the chaos. Some conferences more than others, and fuck the SEC.
Plus, it'll be good to play as Noah for the good game, for the new game coming up.
Yep. But
I say his full name, but I do not want this video to get taken down.
Oh.
Yep. But we are here once again to see how much shit we're going to end up eating in about 6 months in the conclusion of the football season. I'd say
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
There will be shit eaten.
Oh yeah.
There usually is.
There usually is shit eating, but it's just a matter of how much shit. And for those new to this, I think it's important to do a bit of a rundown. This is, of course, our prediction on how well teams are going to do this season. And after the NFL season, we will be revisiting this to see what we got right, what we got wrong, and what we underestimated. So at the bottom is punching bag. These are teams that we see as not even making 500. Like 500 is their ceiling, and they're going to spend more time being a jobber.
To paraphrase Sam Reich from Dropout's Game Changer, look at the Cowboys. They've been here the whole time.
Aggressively average, these are the teams that are going to do good, but not good enough. They'll win a few games, but they are going to get eliminated from playoff contention in some form. Then we have postseason fodder. These are the teams that are going to make the playoffs, and they're gone.
Yeah.
Deep playoff run is self-explanatory. These are ones who are going to make it to the playoffs, but maybe not make it all the way. And then gone to
we're thinking at best they'll make the conference finals. They're not going to get past.
Mm-hmm. And then we have gone to Super Bowl because I'm not doing a Yinzer
inspired by everyone's favorite Yinzer urinating tree. Steelers got the Super Bowl. I do that better than I should.
Mm-hmm. So we are starting things off with the Arizona Cardinals.
I don't know about the last couple of years. They've been punching bag for the longest time. I don't know where to put them. Part of me wants to keep it in punching bag and see if they can punch their way back up to aggressively average, because they have made moves toward betterment.
I'm honestly predicting aggressively average.
Yeah, that I think that's the difficulty in this one, because I don't know.
Yeah, last year they were the best of the worst,
which is why that's which is why the debate in my head. I'm putting him in an aggressively average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've shown signs of improvement, but I don't see them I don't even see them getting to 500.
It'll be a losing season, but they're going to be almost in pain in the ass territory,
Mm-hmm.
which is where the Lions were a couple of seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see. I'm looking forward to see if they have some competitive games. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. But then we have the Falcons and Coops. My apologies, but I got to do it. I'm putting them in punching bag.
Rip off the Band-Aid, goddammit.
Yeah, the Kirk Cousins situation. My hope is that they are aggressively average.
Mm-hmm.
It is my infinite hope. But I can't, in good faith, put them in aggressively average because the Kirk Cousins situation, it's not a shit show. It's Schrodinger's quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
There isn't enough data with the new foot or ankle or Achilles tendon to go, oh, is he good or not good? He's got the skill set and the mentality to succeed, but will the body follow? That's the question.
Also, is it a contract year? Because he seems to do really good on contract years.
And there it is. Will the ankle hold up for the body to perform that well, or is he well and truly done?
Mm-hmm. And if he is done, you just spent a king's ransom to get a guy who's not going to produce as much. Meanwhile, and the process probably piss off Penix. So yes, they did shove their penis in the car door.
Hopefully that situation does get better.
Mm-hmm. But then we have Baltimore. The last few years, Baltimore has found new, interesting, and fascinating ways to get in their own damn way.
Yeah.
Like, there's been, I know that there's the stereotype about whether or not they have a running QB or just a running back who's cosplaying as a QB. But I think we're getting to the point where their window is starting to show signs of closing, so they need to do something now, or it's going to be rebuild hell for the next few years. But
with the way things are going, people on paper, they should still be deep playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting him there because of those questions you're asking. I'm putting him in postseason fodder.
Yeah,
they're gonna have. I'm not gonna predict a record here, but they're gonna have an aggressively winning season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking double-digit wins. Now, I'm not going to put a particular number because that's just adding for another helping of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all going to fall apart again in the playoffs, and I think it might just happen in either the wild card round or the divisional round.
Yeah. Oh, and Kira ends up saying, so would you say the Buffalo versus Chiefs thing is equal to Toronto versus Boston? No. Give it a few more decades, then we'll talk.
I'd say right now it is a rivalry game that should equal that, but there's a lot. Yeah, I'm with Monk. Give it another half decade.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. So speaking
some
of
good players on both teams.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Buffalo, get the tables.
Segue.
Mm-hmm.
Postseason fodder.
You think the window's starting to close?
And I say that's a benchmark for them. They have to be at least postseason fodder to stay alive and competitive. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm putting them. I just don't know if they have, like, the way things have been going lately. I'm not sure it's a deep playoff run. I'm not sure. I can't put them in, like, there's too many doubts in my head. They'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll splash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then we have the Panthers of... I would do the North Carolina gag, but I can't get the high note like Justin Roberts.
North Carolina! You're welcome.
Thank you.
They are dead.
Punching bag once again.
Super punching bag. Super punching bag.
They are about they are until ownership changes or ownership gets head out of ass.
Mm-hmm.
They are the bottom bitch of the league.
Pretty much. And I think the damning part is that they are more known for off-field shit than on-field shit.
Hence the punching bag.
Mm-hmm. But then we have the Bears.
The Bears.
Bears.
And yes, I did take a sip of my beverage.
Yeah.
You should too.
The problem with Chicago is the same problem that it's always been, not being able to be consistent. Everybody's familiar with the vicious cycle of Chicago quarterbacks. I'm not breaking any new ground there. And
They have been improving, so I can't put them in punching bag. So obviously the quarterback situation is a big doubt, pile of doubt. So you have to put them in aggressively average because of that. But
I would say low aggressively average.
Yeah, low
mainly
aggressively
quarterbacking
average.
alone.
mm-hmm.
This is not 9-8 Super Bowl. This is going to be like 8-9 with a couple of dick punches. Again, not enough data to put them higher than aggressively average, obviously. Should be interesting to see if they improve even more over the season, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of unknowns because starting QB is going to be Caleb Williams, who certainly put up impressive numbers and was the top draft pick of his draft class.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of unknowns. And for me it's just a case of we've been here before. This is the vicious cycle of the Bears. Draft a top QB, not develop him proper. One of the coordinators or even the coach gets sacked. Then a new guy comes in who doesn't like that top QB. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah. So that's why they need to be aggressively average, at least it's on our list, because on paper you would think, hey, they might have a surprise playoff push, but in practice you just see that is fool's gold, or you're just the average Bears fan on the positive come up.
Mm-hmm. The sad thing is they're probably the best sports team in Chicago right now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Hawks are going to take a couple of years more before they are competitive. And do we even need to say something about the Bulls?
The Bulls have been irrelevant for years. The Cubs.
What about the Sox and the Cubs? What about the Sox and the Cubs?
The Sox just became a national embarrassment.
What? That's the joke.
You suck, McMatty.
Bada.
But then we have the Escalooser that is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh wait,
Oh!
is Joe
They
going to be
suck.
healthy this year?
Who
We don't
knows?
We don't know. God damn it.
Yeah.
Diamond Joe Burrow.
The
Not as good as Diamond Joe Quimby.
The Escalooser persists. And problem is, they have the talent. It's, again, a case of if Burrow can't stay healthy, then everything goes down with him. They don't have a good backup plan if he's down. And because of that, I have a feeling they're going to make the playoffs and not stick around. So I'm putting them in postseason fodder.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning at too.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're suffering karma from that whole Burrowhead boast they did a few years ago.
Yeah.
But speaking of shit, let's talk about the Browns.
Ooh, wow. God damn it.
Just wow.
Getting Travis
Didn't we
Hunter.
say a couple of seasons ago that they're finally out of the shit storm?
Yeah.
They just got into another shit storm.
Yeah, I remember. What the hell happened here?
A lot.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I can't even call them the Factory of Sadness anymore because I'm not sad. I'm just laughing.
That and confusion. It's the Genesis song. It is the land of confusion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now getting Travis Hunter, all right, fine. That's a smart move. You get the Heisman winner, the guy who was pretty much carrying Colorado on his back, which is why after he was gone, you saw like a dozen people get out of Colorado via the transfer portal. But then we can't talk about Cleveland without talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, there's an alternate universe somewhere in the multiverse that allows Jerry Jones to grow a brain cell and says, okay, fuck the character stuff. Let's get Shedeur Sanders. And then, obviously more laughter ensues.
Mm-hmm.
But man, oh man, that's a fucking wild card.
He's already got people pissed at him before he even started. There was that anonymous report of a interviewer who was completely disgusted with him. There were some of his antics in college where he acted like a complete prick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's funnier is Dion insisted in a press conference that Shedeur was going to be the first QB drafted. Even so much as saying so on Twitter and getting community noted.
Dion, for as great a player he once was, and he was, has an ego, has a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all I can say at this point.
Yeah. But with the QB controversy and the fact that Haslam has decided to meddle once again because we all watched the draft. We all saw how enthused everyone was at drafting Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting the Browns in punching bag. Not due to.
I'm gonna say high punching bag. If for nothing else, they belong in punching bag. But you never know. Shedeur Sanders is another Schrodinger's quarterback here. There's talent there. There is. But will the ego be quashed in time for him to survive the NFL meat grinder?
Here's hoping.
I do feel like he's going to be a priority target for every linebacker out there. Not in terms of bounties, but in terms of what happens when you fuck around with a team's logo.
That, and there's always going to be that one running back or that one defensive player that looks at fresh meat having an ego and going, welcome to the fucking show, douchebag.
But
It's not a matter of if, only one.
yep. Oh, my money's on Von Bell.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But then we have, how about them Cowboys?
Everyone out there, y'all thinking, put them in the punching bag. Hold on. The comedy is never with the Cowboys and the punching bag. The comedy is in the aggressively average. When they keep bragging, they'll have a deep playoff run.
Yeah. Over on the server a while back, I had posted the Reddit post that Uche Waneri, God rest his soul, had stated about his time in the Cowboys training camp. And I do highly encourage everyone read that just to thoroughly illustrate how deep the arrogance problem is. Because I know we've called them Jerry World for the longest time. But looking at that thing, it's the Jerry World moniker is more accurate than it probably should be.
I mean, they have a Netflix documentary miniseries. That should tell you a lot right there.
Oh yeah, and I think one of the big problems is the fact that the same QB that they have had for the last few years, they have stubbornly refused the idea that he is the guy, that he is not the guy.
There is this idea of, oh, he's this, he's that, he's that in a bag of chips. I was like, Dak Prescott is not a bad football player. He is just not a great football player.
Yeah, he is not that guy.
He is not that guy. He's a good guy. All right. He doesn't seem to have too much of an ego on him. But with the pressure cooker that is the Dallas Cowboys, he's not a pressure player. Or at least it's been proven to be he's not a pressure player.
Though, let's be honest, no matter who they get in the staff, the problem always comes down to Jerry Jones.
Until he relinquishes power or, God forbid, dies, it's gonna be the same problem.
And if you listen close, you can hear every Sens fan as well as every Twins fan say, "Yep, we've been there."
As a hockey fan living in Ottawa, I could tell you that is true, at least of Ottawa. And they are improving.
They are improving, but Jones is not. But you have that problem of just the Jerry World effect, which is why I'm putting them as aggressively average. I don't think they're gonna do good enough to make the playoffs. And if they do, they're going to find ways to get in their own way.
It's gonna be down to the last game or the very last week of regular season, where either they lose and are eliminated from contention, or a team just simply a win-in situation wins before the Cowboys are in, and that just plays even more laughter.
Yep. But it'll be even funnier if it's against Green Bay again.
That would be hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fucking hysterical.
Yep. So maybe Cowboys fans can share a drinking hall with Alabama fans in terms of talking shit and regretting it. That ended up happening in the college football playoffs earlier this year, where Bama fans were incensed that they were going to be going up against teams like SMU and going, why the hell did SMU get into the playoffs? And saying that they were going to steamroll Michigan, and they got their ass beat.
Got that ass cooked.
Like,
yup.
but next we have the cause of joy and despair for one Brandon Perna, the Denver Broncos.
Aw, the Denver Broncos.
And
you just don't know football, Marge.
And we do have to ask one important question. What if Bo Nix sucks?
Is John Elway still the GM of the Broncos?
Think so.
Not anymore if Bo Nix sucks.
Because Bo Nix is a case of inconsistency. Sometimes you get the same kind of Bo Nix that you got in Oregon, and then other times you get Mo Picks. So, to be honest, I see Denver as postseason fodder. And Hydra asks, just out of curiosity, will you do the same with the NHL? Pretty sure we already did.
I don't think we have a predictions stream yet. I think we should though. We are coming up close.
Yeah,
we did postseason, but we never did We never did
preseason. We did not. We only did postseason. So yeah, we are probably due a preseason NHL stream.
Yeah, we're doing that next month. Oh, that'll be on September 23rd, unless something happens. But when it comes to the Broncos, it's a matter of if they can get consistency, then they'll do well. If not, it's gonna be a toss up, which means we will see the return of the new worst game ever. I end up sounding like the wheel and Price is Right for a second there.
You know, for a second, I thought you were going to hit 95 on the damn wheel.
Oh, please. I'm not that lucky. But,
yeah,
I'm putting them in postseason fodder, but it's on the low end. Like, wild card sneak in kind of postseason fodder.
Yeah. I think that's the safe bet. I mean, they get Bo Nix on a good season. That's definitely above aggressively average. So that's postseason fodder.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the Detroit Lions, who seem to be the flag bearer of the NFC North now. And
this is a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't see them having a deep playoff run this season. Something about the NFL in the last few seasons where some teams who absolutely deserve more deep playoff runs, as the Lions have had, something is telling me something terrible is going to happen to the Lions, and I can't put them in deep playoff run because of that. It's a hunch. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I eat shit in this.
Yeah.
but I see them as a postseason fodder.
Mm-hmm. I could see that because the Lions certainly have the talent. Like I said, they've been the flag bearer for the NFC North lately. But but their biggest strength is also their biggest weakness, and that is their coach. Because
Damn Campbell.
Yeah, if Dan Campbell turns into Damn Campbell again, then it's not going to end well.
His ass is grass.
I'm not going to say he's in hot seat, but he was too aggressive for his own good.
He is the kind of coach that does learn and has learned in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So it would take a catastrophic fucking season. And the Lions of the team and the culture that Dan Campbell has cultivated, that it would take injury upon injury to produce that. And even then, it would not be completely Dan Campbell's fault. So no, this is why I'm putting him in postseason fodder. There's not enough for me to go. Oh, they'll make a deep playoff run. The way the NFL gets to be so chaotic, you could put them in deep playoff run and be like, oh yeah, sure, but one bad play, one bad move, one bad injury. Lions are too good not to be aggressively average at this point, but my gut is saying keep them at postseason fodder. They'll win the division. They'll earn they will more than likely earn. I could see them earning number one in the NFC and getting a week off.
Mm-hmm.
Put it that way.
Oh yeah. Now, when it comes to, then we have the eternal pain in my ass, and I take pride in being a pain in their ass. The Green Bay Packers.
There's your rivalry right there.
Mm-hmm. So, I'd say the Packers have shown signs of stabilizing in the post Rodgers years. We have something of an idea about what you can do on the Love Boat. As far as whether
I'm thinking low postseason fodder because they've recovered very quickly.
Mm-hmm. They've recovered quickly, and they'll probably make it. If they're up against Dallas, they'll make a deep playoff run just because that's going to be a free win for them. But I mean, they're not there yet, but they are. But I had figured after Rodgers they'd be shit for about 5 years, and they've managed to only be shit for a couple,
which is impressive. I mean, that's a quick turnaround, and honestly, that's excellent management too.
Mm-hmm. Now, if only the Badgers could be that. Because damn it, Badgers has been a running gag.
Mm-hmm.
Can't always get what we want.
And sometimes they get what they want, and then who are they playing in the Rose Bowl? Oh shit, it's Ohio State. Never mind.
Ah.
But then we have the Houston Texans. I don't feel good about putting them in postseason fodder. I don't see them making the postseason. They're going to get close, but not enough. They're going to lose out by a game.
Honestly, the way they've been playing last couple of seasons, I see why you have your. Tell you what, on your tier list, absolutely put them at a high aggressively average.
Mm-hmm.
On my personal image, I would put them at postseason fodder. I think they sneak in.
Yeah, they're either going to sneak
They're
in.
good enough to at least have a winning season at the very least.
Yeah, they're either
You
going
think
to
wild card, Maddie?
Absolutely a wild card.
Mm-hmm. Which I could see that, but it is very much a case of they need to have the favor of RNGesus.
Yeah, they're gonna need some help
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
So then we have the Colts. Now last year I made the joke about people saying, "Oh, you're sleeping on the Colts." Yeah, I'm still sleeping. I am comatose.
Punching bag easily.
They have been irrelevant for years.
They fucked up Andrew Luck, and they have yet to recover.
Mm-hmm. I do feel bad for the shit their owner went through, and I appreciate that he's checked into rehab after yet another incident.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, here's hoping he gets better.
mm-hmm. But speaking of punching bags, Jacksonville, and I'm just gonna do this right here.
No other place to put him.
I mean, they're starting to get the hint that they need to give Trevor Lawrence something to work with,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's too late. The only way I see them making the playoffs is if they end up going up against a bigger choker like the Chargers or something.
Which you would of course think, oh, that's aggressively average going to postseason fodder, but no, not really.
No, it's sometimes you end up getting a team sneaking in when they have absolutely no business being there.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Washington, a few years ago, where the only reason you got in was because everybody else in your division was absolute shit.
The NFC least.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that.
Yeah, but then we have the Kansas City Chiefs, and I can hear Rick screaming in the distance. I know it'd be tempting to say that they're gonna try and run it back, but after what happened last Super Bowl, I'm not so confident. So I'm putting them in deep playoff run. They're going to be conference champions. They're not going to be Super Bowl winners. Unless they fix whatever the fuck happened last year.
Honestly, I don't know what it is, but their defense sucked at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have enough
you would
black
think,
magic.
oh yeah, gone to Super Bowl, meaning they're going to the Super Bowl. They just ain't fucking winning it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. I am comfortable with deep playoff run because there's enough talent. I mean, Kelsey and Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I unless they're, again, it would take a catastrophe for them to turn into a punching bag under one season. But there's enough talent to get up, and there's enough talent and enough ref ball to get them at least at deep playoff run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I look back at their performance last season, there was a lot of magic pixie dust of bullshit. And as we've learned, you can only get so far with that before you have to pay up.
Very true.
But then we have the Chargers, also known as
Pain. Gee, you know what? This one's a weird one. And this is coming from a Canadian who barely watches football anyway.
Mhm.
I mean, I watch it for the chaos, and to be fair, my Red Blacks are doing much better this year. That they are still but the bottom edge of the CFL.
Mhm.
But put them in an aggressively average.
Yeah. So I think I can make this prediction. If they end up getting eliminated, it is going to be because of special teams.
Yeah,
I
Because
agree.
It's always special teams.
that's their special teams is whatever it is they've done, something cursed the special teams.
'Cause
It may have been Spanos.
fuck you, Spanos. But then we have the team that treats the Chargers as their bottom bitch, the LA Rams, who I've clowned on the LA Rams logo and some of their uniforms, but I think we've all since learned that there are much worse offenders when it comes to uniforms.
True.
That doesn't mean I'm having LA off the hook, but the last few years LA has paid for that Super Bowl ring during the COVID year where they were like fuck them picks. And for the last few years
Pigs fucked back.
Yeah, the picks fucked back because unfortunately they've had the situation where there's cracks showing in the current roster, and they can't make any moves about that unless they get lucky on the trade deadline. Which, when everybody knows you're that desperate on trades, they're not going to be willing to sit at the table,
Mm-hmm.
or at least not willing to sit at the table unless you give up even more picks, which is just making the problem worse. Because Lord knows if I'm negotiating with somebody who's that desperate, yeah, I'm gonna squeeze them. That's just standard business.
Yep.
No, it's no
Punching bag plays.
Yeah. It's not from a lack of talent, it's from a lack of talent that can stay healthy.
Which is why they're a high punching bag, because you never know. You know, if they stay healthy, it's aggressively average. But again, decisions by management just keep derailing him, and of course the injury. If it's not this is from management and karma from the football gods, it's just straight up something happens
Mm-hmm.
that puts him in the punching bag.
So then we have the black hole, the people who play at the Death Star, or the world's largest Roomba, whichever you prefer. The Las Vegas Raiders.
Fuck you, fuck you, WWE. $50,000 a ticket for ringside. Oh wait, wrong stream.
Seriously though, I could spend
That shows you how much I care for the Raiders. Punching bag.
Yeah. The Raiders have just had this is the case of, it's not an issue of talent, just an issue of really awful luck. And of course, there's still the shit show going on with the lawsuit that John Gruden's doing. I have a feeling Gruden is going to be coaching some team in college football within a year.
And those are going to be the real Gruden grinders right there.
Hey,
Gotta
college
bring that
football.
back.
Enjoy the meme.
Of course, if Minnesota ends up getting desperate enough to try and grab him, I will just die laughing. I'll just put up a stream where I'm just laughing hysterically for about 3 minutes. But
and then you'll realize you just become a Gruden grinder.
yeah.
And that's where the real grind begins.
Yeah, it'll be a mixture of laughing and horror. But, you know, they haven't fully recovered from that series of incidents from the autumn fart a few years ago. And I just don't see them moving anywhere. Like they don't have a strong enough management, especially since, well, Davis is nothing like his father. I mean, I could take. I'm still not convinced that bowl cut isn't a wig.
There's a joke I can make, but I'm going to refrain myself.
Mm-hmm. But then we have one part of the Florida Man experience, the Miami Dolphins.
I don't know what to say on that one.
I'm putting them in punching bag, just because after all the shit with Tua, I don't see the management there as being able to get their shit together.
There's a part of me that wants to put them in as a low aggressively average because they still have Tua, but with the concussion issue, especially,
which is my thing right now. Keep Tua off the field. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm NFLPA, anyone at management, after all of the concussion issues, I'd be like, buy out his contract and tell him your health and your head are more important than a Super Bowl ring right now.
Mm-hmm.
You've proven a point. Don't push your luck.
Yep.
The smart thing would be reset, get a new QB, and let Tua go.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't release him because, concussions and all that shit. With the concussions, it'd be a dick move to just straight up release him, but you can't. And okay, if he wants to play and he's able to play, okay, one more season, fine.
Mm-hmm.
One concussion or one incident around the head, any crooked finger thing, you're done.
Yep.
Benched permanently.
Yeah, that would. We get to that point, and it would be a case of, go the fuck home.
Yeah.
We don't want that, but honestly, it's for the best for his health. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. But then it is time for me to break out the kegs because I have to deal with the pain of being a sports fan in Minnesota. So let's talk about the Vikings. So last year, the Vikings got off to a rough start because of really bad luck with the people that were supposed to help.
Once again, the injury bug strikes again.
The injury bug, the death of one of our top draft picks before he could even play.
Which that's extreme bad luck.
Mm-hmm. But when we got to the tail end of the season, things started to coalesce. It started to get a little more stable. So I don't think they're going to be punching bag. They've rarely been punching bag over the years. I think they're going to be in postseason fodder. I think it's going to be a case of we'll make the NFC Championship and that's it.
NFC Championship at most, they'll fall to the Lions. More than likely.
Mm-hmm.
which if that winds up being the NFC Championship game, fucking banger alert potentially right
Yeah.
there.
So I have to exercise caution when it comes to the Vikings because this is a team that has on more than one occasion tried to fucking kill me with their last second bullshit.
Oh yeah, can we avoid some last minute dramatics for a couple of games, please? Just
Yeah, I'd like to not
win the
have
winnable games at the
I'd
very
like to
least.
not have a repeat of that Vikings Colts game from a few years ago. You know the one.
Yep.
Now then we have the New England Patriots, and I really want to put them
I don't know, man.
I don't think they're bad enough for punching bag. They have shown some improvement, but they are a priority target because of how they lorded over the NFL for the better part of a decade.
Yeah, they're still suffering from that, which makes it low aggressively average, which for the last couple of seasons, considering, is an improvement.
Yeah,
There's not enough to go higher than aggressively average though. Like if you want the safe bet, put them in punching bag. But aggressively average is a good bet to take on that too.
Right now it's just a case of they're trying to adjust to life without Belichick, and it's going to be a quarterback and head coach carousel for a few years,
which is still better than nothing.
Meanwhile, I think they dodged a bullet because Belichick has got himself into his own circus down with the Tar Heels. Specifically with his main squeeze, who apparently the locker room can't stand to the point where she was banned from practice areas. You gotta seriously.
It's gonna
fuck up
sound
to
like
get
the
there.
Aaron Rodgers situation again.
Yep.
But then we have the Saints. Oh, and those Saints go marching out
into the L train.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm still putting them in punching bag.
That's excellent timing, boys. Oh boy. Yeah, that's punching bag. They don't seem to have the plan to get out of the hole yet. Which means tank bowl.
Yeah, we had been warning for the longest time. You got to do something about life without Jesus Christ.
They've been taking their sweet fucking time doing that.
Yeah, and then Breeze retired, and they didn't have a plan, and they've been paying for it since, and they're gonna continue paying for it until they get their shit together, and I just don't see their shit
pretty much
together. So I hope you enjoy the entirety of Georgia lording over you again.
It also means we're going to be losing another tank bowl with them.
Oh.
You know what, Coops? A win is a win. And a win over a division rival always feels good.
As long as we tracking.
Yep. But then we have the New
York...
what?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, God.
The New York Derp.
Derp, 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 de-derp.
Derp, 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 derpity derp.
5 points. Is that a plunger on your head?
So
speak, Monk Waffle.
Yep. Okay. I'll give them credit. They got rid of Danny Derps. He didn't even last a full last season before he got kicked. And I distinctly remember saying the year when that happened, Danny, this is your last chance. If you don't show me something, you are not gonna be a Giant for long. I figured they'd kick
Probably
his
a red black.
Yeah.
Maybe a rough. You're working in the CFL if you get kicked out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No, instead he's with the Colts. So your problem now, Indy.
Yeah, that's why he's in the goddamn punching bag.
Mm-hmm. But beyond that, when it comes to outside of the QB situation, they have made some improvements. So I would honestly put the Giants as aggressively average. They're going to do better than they did last year, but not enough. And
Yeah.
mhm. Then we have the Jets. The butt fumble.
Positives
Instincts.
first. Congratulations.
Go. Sorry.
Positives first. Good job for Nick Folk. He's back kicking for the Jets again.
You know what? He's back. He's kicking. He's kicking decent.
Mm-hmm.
We will wait for Chiseled Adonis to make fun of Nick Folk here. We'll let him take the lead on that one if it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
My instinct say put him in the punching bag. My brain is saying aggressively average.
Yeah.
Maybe not enough to pull a playoff spot, but it would not completely surprise me to see them having a winning season.
That's what
Maybe
I'm thinking
9-8.
too. That's what I'm thinking.
I see them
Something
as,
about this year and the way they're playing without the shit show that is Aaron Rodgers. Again, it's a gut feeling.
Mm-hmm. I could see them barely squeezing in, and then they have to go up against real teams, and we know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have the Eagles, and if I'm being honest, okay, first things first. Getting rid of the tush push was a case of coaches being salty.
Coaches bitching about it to management, and management going to ownership, and ownership just saying, "Fine, we'll ban it."
Yeah,
It's bullshit, is what it is.
it is bullshit.
You know, it's called bad goddamn defense.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
and the thing a lot. I feel like a lot of people who were salty thought that the tush push was the reason why the Eagles got their Super Bowl ring. No,
they outright fucking dominated the Chiefs.
mm-hmm.
They dominated the Chiefs. They've had a killer season. They haven't made too many changes to make you think, oh, they're not, or they're gonna fall from grace here. This is gone to Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're gonna run it back.
Now, will they win it? To be continued there.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't run it back, it's gonna be fucking close.
Mm-hmm. But then we have tonight on Where's My Liquor?
Tonight on God damn it, why is this team sucking up the Aaron Rodgers? Oh yeah, it's Days of Our Steelers, new season featuring urinating tree.
They've been postseason fodder for the past few years. They will continue to be postseason fodder until the end of time, or unless they fuck us
9-8 Super Bowl. Are you sure, Coops? That's aggressively average.
They were 11-0 1 year. What the hell happened?
Yeah. What the hell happened was the Browns.
Yeah, pretty much.
That and their long snapper overshooting on the first play. That was an omen.
Yep.
Hey, as long as they continue to have a winning season, Mike Tomlin will still have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And management will do nothing, and that's why they stay aggressively average until otherwise.
Yeah.
They don't touch postseason fodder until generational things change. And, you know, the standard is a standard. Well, you know, the standard for the Steelers right now, aggressively average.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is just another reason for putting him there.
Yeah. So then we have the Seattle Seahawks. I can hear Flutter groaning in the distance.
Oh boy.
This is another case of inconsistency. Like
Yeah.
last year there were cases where they'd be good one game and then absolute shit the next. Or find new and interesting ways to win ugly, as they call it. So, but they have shown some improvement after all of the fails in the post Legion of Boom era. So, I see them making a wild card, and that's it.
That would make him postseason fodder.
Mm-hmm. Now, then we have the 49ers. And when it comes to the 49ers, the thing that's gotten in their way for the longest time has been injuries. And now I'm putting them in deep playoff run, but with a big ass asterisk. It hinges on them staying healthy. If it becomes another case of a Viking death march, they're screwed.
Yeah. They have the talent on paper. Brock Purdy is, as Mr. Irrelevant, you know, it's literally, hey, Mr. Irrelevant, my ass. He good enough. And people are saying, well, it's a system that any quarterback could do. And you still need to be a halfway decent quarterback to run that system. And Brock has ball, you know, big cock Brock's got balls of steel when needed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is deep playoff run. And the only reason why it's not gone to Super Bowl is the injury bug.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it goes to another team this year.
Yep. So then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I want to see who the Buccaneers' starting QB is. Who do they have for starting QB? I want to. Oh, Baker.
Mayfield. Okay. He's had a resurgence.
Yeah. Indeed. And good for him, because his professional career has been cursed.
I will say this. There would have been an era where Baker Mayfield in Tampa would have been an absolute shit show. But nowadays, it's good enough. I'm looking at the thing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I want to put aggressively average or postseason fodder.
I'm thinking postseason fodder, like first or second round exit.
As far as predicting what happens there, I don't know, but
That's the vibe that I'm getting. That
yeah,
they'll make the playoffs, but not necessarily stick. But then we have the Titans, who they're still dealing with the fact that on the QB side of things they have had terrible luck.
Yeah.
And when they lost King Henry, they lost a large amount of their identity. Like, Henry has some back problems from carrying the Titans by himself.
Yeah. So that does put them technically in punching bag.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they have.
But that would be a team I'm keeping an eye on just because. I think that's one team I'm like punching bag because there's no evidence to suggest they'd be anything above punching bag, but keep an eye on it.
Oh yeah. And lastly, we have the Washington Commanders.
They're on the come up.
Yes.
Hail to the Deadskins.
And you know who's really, and I will relish in the fact that Dan Snyder is stewing about the fact that they are on the come up.
Good.
Eat shit, loser.
Mm-hmm. Now, do I think they're going to make a deep run? Not yet. They are showing vast signs of improvement, especially over the course of a year. But as far as a deep run, it's still way too early. And can you can you honestly see them holding their own against Kansas City, San Francisco, or Philadelphia? Because I can't.
No, but
Nope.
I would say it depends on seeding and who they draw in their wild card round.
Mm-hmm. But
Because the right things happen,
Mhm.
they could pull a deep playoff run.
Oh yeah.
That's how, like on paper, they have the talent to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the chaos of an NFL season, that is very much possible.
Mm-hmm. But as far as
Now,
anything,
will it happen?
Mhm.
Probably not. But that's postseason fodder if I ever seen one, at least.
Yeah, and there is still the fact that a good amount of the NFC East is still not good. It isn't full on NFC least right now, but it's not great.
Hey, all you have to do is be a good team, get a couple of lucky wins, and lord over your own division, and you're sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm. So, for posterity's sake, I'm going to be posting this in our channel. So that's what we've got. Now, let's see what we've got for week 1. Okay, week 1 schedule. So the season opener is Cowboys Eagles. I'm going with Eagles.
Yeah.
Then the Friday game we've got is Chiefs and Chargers. I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, give me Chiefs. That's an easy win for them.
Mm-hmm. Let me So then we have our first proper Sunday, and we've got Buccaneers and Falcons. Put me down for Buccaneers on that.
Yeah, Bucks got it. We ain't winning that one.
Tell you what, though, it wouldn't surprise me to see a close game, though.
It'll either be a close game or it'll be a choke.
Yeah. Sorry, Coops.
But then we have the Battle of Ohio. I guarantee you're going to see Battle of Ohio on social media all over the place on Sunday.
If there's a Battle of Ontario, there's going to be a Battle of Ohio.
With the Bengals and Browns. I'm not high on either team, but I'm going Bengals because I feel they have a slight edge.
I'm honestly going Browns just for the meme.
Yep. But then we have Dolphins and Colts.
That's a tough one.
This isn't
Put my money on the Dolphins.
You're going Dolphins.
Do you want to put money on the Indianapolis Colts right now?
With Danny
Good
Derps
point.
around? No. Fair point.
Good point. Dolphins. Dolphins it is.
Yeah, but then we have Panthers, Jaguars, and could we have a tank
Jags.
week one?
Jesus Christ.
Jags
I
winning
don't
the
know.
game.
But Jags. At this point, it's truly, but the Panthers suck enough that you could put your money on the Jags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then we have Raiders and Patriots. Honestly, I'm going Raiders.
Yeah, that sounds like a safe bet.
Mm-hmm. But then we've got Cardinals and Saints.
Saints by a fumble.
I'm going Cardinals.
Sounds
By
like
a fumble? Something's gonna fuck
No.
up.
By 2 fumbles.
In other words, it sounds like it's going to be a case of winning ugly.
Yeah.
But then we have Steelers against Jets. I'm going Steelers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers revenge game, anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yep.
False hope begins.
But then we have Giants and Commanders. I'm going Commanders.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got Titans and Broncos. I'm going Broncos. Titans and they're at Mile High Stadium. You know what what height and elevation can do to your cardio.
Yep.
In that case, Broncos country, let's ride.
Mm-hmm. But then we have Niners and Seahawks. For as loud as that stadium can be, I'm going 49ers.
Niners.
Niners.
Yep.
Should be a fun game to watch, though.
Mm-hmm. And we have Lions and Packers. I'm going Lions.
Lions, easily.
It'll be a close one.
So, yeah, I Lions, but Packers will keep it competitive.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is one I see as one of those gunsling events where it's less about people doing defense and more about just trying to run that scoreboard up as high as you can. But then we have Texans and Rams. I'm going Texans.
Yeah, they seem like the safer option there.
Yeah.
And the last game on Sunday is Ravens and Bills.
I'm going for the Bills on this one.
That's a toss-up too. Like that's always been a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Bills, but it would not be surprising to me that it'd be by a field goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see it being one of those. It's not going to be one of those high-scoring games. It's going to be one of those games where it's a win by single digits.
honestly, even if it is a high scoring game, it's a close enough game that you could see it by a field goal.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one for week 1 on September 8th, Vikings and Bears. Oh, we're getting the Monday night slot. Jesus.
Wait, what?
Vikings at Bears on Monday.
Oh, Joe, Troy, what have you done to earn that one? What the fuck? What the fuck has Disney done? Jesus. I mean, look. It'll be competitive. I can't even say with a straight face.
Yeah. I guess they want to do
Let's just say what it is.
Mm-hmm. They want to do the renewing of old rivalries, but let's be honest. Every team in the NFC North is rivals with every other team in the NFC North.
Yeah. Like, I'm surprised they didn't put Ravens Bills on the Monday nighter. That's a more marquee matchup. That, if you want to fuck up WWE some more, there's that.
Mm-hmm. But I'd say on that one, I realize people are going to scream bias at me, but I'm going Vikings.
Dude, at this point, especially with the Bears, that's still a safe bet.
Mm-hmm. It's still a safe bet, and I just don't have that. I don't have that confidence, and I don't think there's enough of a home field advantage in Soldier Field, given all the bullshit we've had to deal with about will the Bears move out of Soldier Field or will they stick around? No, especially with all the politicians that have gotten involved in that whole thing. I know there was the smallest bit of talk of the Jaguars moving to Chicago and the Bears moving out. But let's be honest, if that happened, there would be a riot. Like the kind of riot that you see in football games over in Europe. Or the reason why Vancouver hasn't gotten to the dance since the mid-2010s. Because there's also the fact that I just until Chicago learns how to develop QBs, I just don't see them going far.
Yeah.
Especially in this era where multi-purpose QBs are very much a thing. Like the whole thing of you can go far by just having a very strong defense. I think we're past that point. We've been past that point since 2010. But all that said, I think we'll deal with an interesting season this year, and definitely a whole lot of chaos. I look forward to seeing what sort of running meme ends up being born, because there's always one. And who knows, maybe at least one of them will get a song about them again. I mean, Captain Chris did a song about the Jets to the tune of New York, New York. It's not the same level of poetry as when he insults the Leafs to the tune of the Canadian national anthem, but I'll take it.
Then again, anything insulting the Maple Leaf, the Maple Laughs is, it's always fun.
Mm-hmm. But with that said, that will do it for now. We will see. We will see you in this series in about 6 months, where we learn to eat, where we end up eating shit. And
there's always a buffet, folks. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
And next month, on around the 23rd, we will be looking at the NHL and making predictions on that end. And is it gonna be a case where the Ducks finally get out of the basement? Probably not. But I'm gonna be ranting about how I keep saying the Ducks are in the basement again, because that's what I've done every single prediction or debriefing with the NHL since I started this series.
It's probably not stopping, folks.
But until then, on behalf of the good brothers present and not present, my name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.
soi, cho là cứ ngã cho